Lucy, I'm gonna need you.
What's happening, everybody? It's your girl Diamond ATL, kicking it with the homie Aaron Wiles Out TV.
Yes. What's up, y'all? Surprise! It's Ondario from Chasing Reality, and you're watching Aaron Wiles Out TV.
Period. Hello, everybody. This is your boy Rico with a K. Go ahead and pay attention to Aaron Wiles Out TV.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah, period.
That's
Aaron
what a
Wiles
bad
Out
bitch
TV. Subscribe,
are.
like, follow in this bitch, Boss Baby Woods.
Period. Over and out, motherfuckers.
Hey, everybody. It's Milan from the Cohen, Atlanta. Tune in to Aaron Wiles Out TV on YouTube and subscribe right now.
Period.
And listen, we only rock with Aaron Wiles Out TV.
Period.
What's up, you guys? It's your girl Mulatto Chabelle, and we are here at the Boss Babe Awards. And we're on Aaron Wiles Out TV. Make sure you guys stay tuned.
And subscribe.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, what you about to say? Subscribe. Push
Like,
that
comment.
like button. I was about to push that like button. Go ahead and drop that comment and subscribe to this channel. You know what I'm
Period.
saying? Because this is where you're going to catch all this.
Period.
I thought something happened over there. Bye, guys.
Trendy news. Trendy news. Trendy news. It is trendy news. Trendy news. Trendy news. Trendy news. It is trendy news. Now Aaron. Trendy news. Trendy news. Trendy news. It is trendy news. Speak on it. Trendy news. Trendy news. Trendy news. It is trendy news.
Okay, testing. Can everybody hear me?
Can y'all
everybody
hear us? I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay. Guys,
Hey,
the reason
Jose.
why, hey, Jose. Hey, Megan. Hey,
Hey,
Chris.
Chris.
Hey, Santa. Hey, Meg. Hey, Santa. I said Megan already. Hey, Santa. Hey, Nola, baby. Hey, Nene. Okay. So, guys,
The
we're going to be
cousins is up
camped
in
down.
here.
Yes, we're going to be camped down for a while because I am at work doing a double, you guys. And Dee is
And I look a
probably
mess.
cooking. And she's cooking. So we're going to be camped down for the remainder of today until all goes to
No, I'm
square,
like,
okay, you
no,
guys?
give me like 10 minutes, y'all. And I'll be back on camera. Y'all know I can't be looking busted all the time.
Yeah. And I'm at work on my job, so I can't really, it's a lot going on around here. So, yeah. So, Dee.
Yes,
So first of all, wait. Let me do my intro. What's up, you guys? This is Aaron Wiles Out TV coming to you with another freaking video, and I have my beautiful co-host Dee Rashad. And first of all, can I also say that she is the new guest co-host on the panel. It was just announced that Dee Rashad is the newest member of TTV Family, the panel, new co-host and everything. Can I please have some claps, some hand claps in the chat for Dee Rashad?
Thank you.
Please. Yes. Can we get some hand claps for her, please, in the
I'm
chat?
so excited. I'm super excited, y'all.
Period. So let's get into what we all are here for.
Hold on, let
which
me get my
is-
intro.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Let me pass it on to you. I'm so sorry. I'll be doing too much.
You good? What's up, y'all? This your girl, D. Rashawn from the Hot Seat and the TTV's The Panel and Blue Flame Entertainment. Here, kicking it with my boy Aaron Wiles Out. You know what I'm saying? Too bad
Big
because had to
facts,
link.
big facts.
We had to link.
Always a forever. For real.
Now, I'm finna go cam off real quick so I can get these cheeks right because I got to come to y'all correctly. Give me like 10 minutes.
We're going to be smoking. So, guys, we're gonna be talking. We can all gather here today to discuss Nene freaking leaks being sabotaged by Andy Cohen.
Yes.
Yes, it's like really ridiculous. Everything is slowly coming out. The lawsuits, and everything is unfolding in front of our eyes. Um, Andy Cohen, it's being said allegedly that Andy Cohen sabotaged Nene Leakes' radio deal. She had a radio deal for Sirius, I think Sirius XM radio. So he sabotaged it. I think it was in the court documents, and D is going to when she gets some time. But I think um, I think Andy was went on record to admit that he called Sirius XM Radio
Yes.
to yeah. So D, you got the notes.
All right, let me pull it up real quick, y'all. So, sorry, I ran from one part of my house to the other one, y'all. Y'all know normally I'm on my P's and Q's, but I literally woke up like 30 minutes ago. All right. So, as Aaron was saying, Andy went on to admit that he actually blocked the deal, stating that she was going to be difficult because of the money request. And y'all know that has been a big topic in Hollywood for the past couple years, of disparity between black women and the money that they are getting paid. All right, I'm pulling it up, y'all. I'm pulling it up.
If you need a second, just let me know, D.
Go ahead, take it ahead, Ray. I'm pulling it up.
Okay, give me one because I'm gonna get you some time. I'm gonna get you some time.
Binge on the track. Drop the beat, drop the beat.
No, it's
You
correct.
got it?
Yes, I got it. Bravo believes,
Okay.
Nene Leakes believes Andy Cohen and NBC went out of their way to blackball her in the industry after she spoke out about the alleged racism on the set of Real Housewives of Atlanta. In the suit, the iconic radio star accuses defendants of ignoring her complaints against her co-stars. She also, you guys remember, we told you that the lawsuit was a 97-page lawsuit. She also said that she was denied the right to do other work other than while she was filming for Real Housewives of Atlanta, although her other co-stars were permitted to doing outside work outside of them. Okay. She also claimed that Bravo's Andy Cohen blackballed her in the industry and marked her difficult to work with because of the amount of money that she would go on to request, saying that the amount of money that she wants is no longer valuable because she is problematic. What do you guys feel about that?
I don't think it's kind of hard to say. It's kind of hard to say. Let me get my opinion. Problematic how? Problematic how? What did she do? She just.
She's being accused of being problematic about being difficult on set, her devious like behavior, her attitude towards the workers on the stand, her money requests. So they marked her as being problematic. Although I don't see how wanting to be paid appropriately for your time is being problematic. But Andy Cohen said that she will be difficult, and he has not only blackballed her radio deal with XM Radio, but other offers as well.
And I think he also blocked, I think also Bravo blocked her from attending or hosting Soul Train Awards, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. So a lot is coming out in this. So Cohen said he admitted that he told Sirius XM Radio that Mrs. Leaks would demand a lot of money for any role on a radio show, an obvious effort to prevent her from getting such a deal. He also said that Bravo and producers lost all interest in developing her own show. Nene said this was odd because they were all over the idea before she started complaining about racism at the network. However, at the same time, they did negotiate and close a deal with another ROH castmate, Candy Burris. She just secured a deal for her own spinoff, Candy in the Game. Ms. Burris has not been vocal in calling out the racial inappropriate behaviors over the years to the degree that Ms. Leaks has, the suit reads. So what she's basically saying is anybody who speaks up against the racism and blackballing, that they are too subject to get blackballed, as you can see what's happening here.
And let me ask the comments, the chat, do y'all think that's okay for a network to blackball and a person that comes to you and complain, well, not complain, express their 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 opinions on a situation that does not interest them or does not, or they feel that it needs to be worked out? Do y'all think that's grounds for blackballing somebody because they expressed to you several times about the hostile environment in the work environment at work? Do y'all think it's fair? Because I don't.
I know Chris says, hold on. Y'all had to, I'm all over the place. Hey, y'all. Chris says that, don't go right ahead.
Gotcha. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Nene is quick to react. Had it been someone like Candy or Cynthia, then I think there would be an easier case.
Why Candy or Cynthia would be an easier case than Nene when she has built the house that Real House stands on? It was Nene's idea for Real Housewives. It was the house Nene built, so why would she be hard? I don't think so.
Rakisha says, bullshit. No, retaliation is not cool, and that's why most Black people don't speak up. And I agree with you. A lot of time it comes down to, do we want to keep our job and just deal with it, or do we want to risk possible retaliation in the form of getting fired by speaking up? Actually, I had that same issue when I was working at a place. I was getting called the N-word so much I started to believe it was my damn name. So I finally had to make the decision: do I want to speak out and possibly get fired, or do I just want to deal with it? So that is real. Like, it is a situation that we face. Santa said, I think it's different with her because she talked negatively on multiple platforms about Bravo. Oh yeah. Aaron is at work. So Aaron is really sweet. We had this plan for noon, as you guys remember, but I realized in the middle of the night that my daughter's awards honors banquet was today at 1. So he pushed the time back to accommodate that change in schedule. So that's why he's kind of whispering. Yeah, he's at work. So I appreciate you, Aaron. It was my fault. It was my fault.
No, it's not yours. It's just to both accommodate the both of us. It's not your fault.
So you know what? While they're here, can I ask them a question?
Go for it.
People, if you guys have not watched our video about Nene and her lawsuit that we dropped yesterday, please make sure you go do it. But we talked in there. I spoke to there about if Nene has a case. And I said, I believe it's a situation of right message, wrong messenger, being that Nene has been labeled as problematic, that the jury probably won't see her in the same light as they would see a Cynthia Bailey, as they would see who somebody was very passive and down, like a Kim Fields or even a Candy Burris. They won't take it as seriously because Nene is very aggressive at times. Well, they're very aggressive, and she's very vocal, and she can be problematic.
I don't think
So,
she's aggressive. I just think she's passionate. I think people confuse the two. I think
mhm,
if she sees something that is not right, and I feel like she needs to speak on it, she
yeah,
has the ability to be loud, and I understand that. And it's a tone. It's all about your tone. It's all about your delivery. But what
I
she's
agree.
saying, it has to be is correct. What she's saying is correct, but how she's delivering it, it's a problem, and I understand that. But that's no reason to blackball somebody. That's no
I
reason
agree with you.
to retaliate and literally sabotage this woman's livelihood because she does have a family. She has two kids to provide for. She has herself to provide for. She no longer has
No, she
her
has herself to provide for her. Them grown
yeah, she
men.
has herself. I mean, she still
I
gotta,
know.
she's still a mother. That's all she has is her children. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
and her
saying?
grandkids.
So
Yeah.
yeah, and our grandkids. But what I'm saying is just like because I'm looking at the chat and Chris says I think if you hostile yourself, you can't really complain. But if you are being mistreated and you don't display any hostile herself, she better complain. I at the end of the day, you guys,
Mm.
people need to take Nene's character out of the equation. And this all happened after Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 11, when her husband was really, really sick, and they all banded together to mistreat her. They didn't handle her with grace. She had a breakdown on that season. They took money out of her pocket because they put her. They I think they gave her less episodes. That means when you
Yeah.
give somebody less episodes, that means less pay. You don't get the pay that you negotiated for. You probably went into negotiations for this amount and these amount of episodes, but then when the season comes out and you're on probably like 5 or 6, but you negotiated for 20 or 13 episodes, it's kind of like, damn, you kind of like you kind of like, you know, fucking me over in a way. So what I'm saying is it's not fair, and I feel like people just don't like Nene, and I feel like they letting their personal feelings about her cloud their judgment at this point. And I feel like I've seen enough comments on the people's videos to make a this firm um firm
Opinion or
opinion,
case.
yeah, opinion,
Yeah.
a firm case that people are just coming or going at this the wrong way, and they're literally it's emotional because they don't like Nene, and I feel
Okay.
like they should not look at it like that. Go ahead,
Well,
D.
Rakisha says, I don't like Nene using the Black Lives Matter movement in this mess. She created her bed, so light in it. And Miss Ann backed her up, saying, Rakisha, right, it reeks of manipulation. Now, one thing I will say, I do not like the way she used that because if we remember Portia on the exact same season, or the season following it. I'm trying to get my seasons right. She has been heavily in the movement and arrested more times than DMX on the whole situation with Breonna Taylor, George Floyd. So I don't see them using that as a reason to get rid of her. But I don't like the fact that she used it. Okay, but her character is a major factor in how people perceive her. Now I want to do this because Aaron taught me this one. Um, because when we say character, we're suggesting that she's fake and she's fraudulent, and that's one thing that Aaron taught me. I think we shouldn't say character, her personality, when she switches into that Nene personality. I just believe the issue
Mm.
is she had no problems while cashing those checks, but now she's been blackballed from the network. They're racist. Mm.
Mm. And I want to speak to, speaking of Kate, I just believe the issue is she had no problem while cashing those checks, but now that she's being blackballed, they're racist. Let me speak to that because I think a lot of people get it confused. Guys, if you put yourself in Nene's position, I said this before. Put yourself in Nene's position. If you're on a job and they paying you good money, but
A
it's a
million an
hospital,
episode.
it's a hostile.
It's a hostile work environment. It's hard to walk away from that because I believe at one point Nene was getting $1 million per episode. And when you're getting $1 million per episode and you're the main breadwinner, it's hard to say, okay, I'm going to be doing 20 episodes at $1 million per episode. So that's $20 million off rip. So it's hard to walk away from what 20, how many episodes? What, 20 to 30 episodes? So it's really hard to walk away from that amount of money. And according to her lawsuit, she has been complaining since 2008. And if this is the case, and she's been complaining about since 2008, I can see where her frustrations would come in to play. Like, I've been complaining, I've been saying about this, and we called out numerous occasions of racism on the Real Housewives of Atlanta set and other sets. So I agree with Aaron. It's hard to walk away from 20 million on the table. 20 million on the table. You
Yeah.
can say the N word over there as long as you won't say it to me. But it goes like that sometimes. Aaron.
And people, just because she's the highest paid doesn't mean nothing when you're treated crazy. Yes, she
Hmm.
was she was still there. She was still there collecting her check, but that doesn't negate the fact that she kept complaining about being mistreated.
Hmm.
And look at what they did to Real Housewives at this current
Oh
season.
my God.
They had to pay for their own promo photos, you guys, out of their own pocket. They have a big net. They from a big network called Bravo. Okay, did the Beverly Housewives have to go in their pocket and pay for their promo? No. Did the Jersey have to do that? Did the Dubai girls? The Dubai girls is new, but they got the whole red carpet laid out for them.
Yep.
Are you serious? Like we have to stop this notion and put it all on me. That's what I'm saying. And listen,
Rocky said Nene didn't have a problem until she didn't get what she wanted. Now, Rocky, you and I were on the same page. I felt the same way because we talked about yesterday the whole Nene and Kim being friends thing. I found it weird that she put Kim's actions in her lawsuit and they were getting ready to do a show together. They were just singing karaoke at the Lanithia Lounge. Her and Andy were friends. The baby, she was, one of the only people that were allowed to see his baby, to hold and touch. So I was kind of confused as if you've been having to deal with racism from Kim since 2008. You've been dealing with racism from Andy by not, taking your complaint serious as a boss. How are you complaining of racism when you're also saying these are your friends at the same time? So this is kind of shaky waters because like I said, I believe there's racism going on there. However, right message, wrong messenger. Oh, Rocky says Nene didn't have a problem until she didn't get what she. Oh, that's what I was saying beforehand.
but
Somebody
Rocky,
also.
she's been complaining. She's been complaining, so it's not like the problem just popped up because she didn't get what she wanted. She's been complaining since 2008. So the problem just didn't
But
pop arose.
I think he's saying the same thing I'm saying. I know yesterday we broke down like the time limit. Um, she's been off of Real Housewives for 2 years, and when you set up a lawsuit, it does take some time for it to, you gotta go file the paperwork. Your lawyer, you gotta get all your the evidence and all the documents together. So it takes time for a lawsuit to come. But my problem was the fact that if you would have gotten the deal that you wanted to continue with season 3, would you have filed this lawsuit? That was my question, because that would change things for me. I felt like this was done in retaliation of not being put back on the season 13 in the way that she wanted to. So that was my thing. I believe it's racism going on. I believe it's a case. I don't believe Nene has a case, because we are doing right now, we're pointing out holes in her story, if we could say. Christy said we not putting it all on Nene. We also holding Nene accountable as well. And I agree, like Nene has to take a look at
Yes, you
herself.
could come up. Wait, Rikisha, you can definitely come up. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second.
She's definitely contradicting herself with that one. So those were the issues that I was having. Like I said, right message, wrong messenger. It would be taken easier if it was Cynthia, if it was Candy, if it was why can't I remember who all, Kim,
How is
if
she?
it
But
was
how is she contradiction? But how is she contradicting herself? That's what I really want to know.
she by saying you, oh, look at me, Kim, count on me through thick and thin. Oh, Andy,
That's for
oh, I
sure.
love
That's for sure.
Andy. Oh, nope, I love
That's for
Andy. We're
sure.
good friends. I've been at home with the baby. I love him. We are family. You're racist. You were saying that you didn't want to sit around and eat chicken with me all day. What else did she say? Oh, this you were calling us ghetto and the N word and different things like that. But you're my friend. Like, you can't say I'm your friend, but also say you're racist and you've been doing racist stuff towards me for the past 20 years, well, past 13, 14 seasons. It don't work like that. Were they racist, or were your friends, or was this just the two white people that's associated with the show, and let me go after them? Now, like I said, I believe there is a case there. I don't believe she has a case. Miss Ann said, I agree that there's racism, but she's the wrong one to come forth with it. Now, had the girl from Vanderpump Rules did it, we'll be looking at it differently. What girl are you talking about? Because Aaron said that there is another girl on Vanderpump Rules that might possibly have a lawsuit. And Rocky said Nene was literally best friends with Andy, paying for his baby shower. I forgot about that. They went out a lot together. Still to this day, Nene is the only housewife to ever be on Watch What Happens Live by herself, even hosting a few. Hmm. All right, Miss Peaches, Miss Rocky. I mean, Miss Rakisha, go ahead.
Um, Aaron, you killing me. You trying to you pulling out every reason to just to kind of like justify, not in a bad way, not in a bad way. I feel like you trying to give her chances, but I just think she's done too much. Like, her head did get big. She felt like she was untouchable, and then things didn't work out, and now you want us to support you in that. Was it racist when you was hanging and chilling with them and getting a check? Like, at what point is your integrity no longer for sale?
Hmm.
Damn, I said that shit like I'm mad. Ooh, excuse me. I didn't mean I didn't mean to do that. But
Oh no, Aaron will pop right back in just
okay.
a second.
Yeah, no, I just she
I
wanted to,
think,
like, when she went to go see Kenya that one time, she's like, ooh, child, the ghetto. Like, I'm like,
Can
bitch,
y'all
you come
hear
from
me?
Athens. You
yeah,
come from
we can hear
Athens,
you.
Georgia.
Okay, good.
That shit
I
ain't
had to
fucking
remove.
fancy.
You know what? You just reminded me. She did the exact same thing that Kim did. You remember that, Aaron? When
Mm,
What?
when Nene went to go see Kenya, and she was like, "Ooh, child, the ghetto." She did the exact same thing, actually, that is worded into her lawsuit that Kim did. She said Kim got out of her car when she went to Candy's house and was like, "Ooh, this is the ghetto."
But that's no, we can't make that. We
Okay.
know when it's black people is different because they're both black. So at the time, let's be honest, that was like what Kim was doing is said about Candy was nasty because at the time Candy had a beautiful house. Kenya at the time was living in a hotel or something that was not of Kenya more status because Kenya came on very grand. So this very grand person, to Nene's eyes, who you portrayed yourself to be grand, why you not living in this? Why you not living grand? So you know how old people say like, oh, it's not grand, oh, it's ghetto. So mm-mm, we're not gonna put that. They're both black, so no, I won't take that.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Too legit says her behavior has nothing to do with calling your employer racist. Can you elaborate more on that? I
Well, let me.
agree with you. Okay, somebody Yanni also said Nene did have a classist attitude when
Mm-hmm.
she got it bad.
Mm-hmm.
But
Oh,
can we
Chrissy
talk
say
about that? Can we talk about that? The classist attitude.
okay.
I don't like when people when black people get money and they start to elevate in themselves and start feeling like they're like their baddest self or whatever, and they start to like buy things that they never had before. I feel like the black community, look down upon that. They feel like,
They
oh, you
do.
too grand, you too this, you too that, and I feel like, why can't Mimi feel herself?
No, she can feel
She has
herself,
worked
but it's about
hard
the
for that.
treatment. It's about the
And I
treatment and how you she. It's about the treatment of other people. I'm fine with her having her mansion. I'm fine with her having her Rolls Royce, but it's how you treat people. And
But
when
how
she's
she
on the
treat
show,
people with the grand, I wanna
well,
understand
it's
that.
not necessarily that's fine with her being grand. I don't have a problem with that. But then when you do shit like I got a Trump check and I did this and la 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 la, and you keep throwing your fortune in other people's faces, that shit not. Where's the humbleness? That's not humble.
I mean,
now
didn't
I
first of all,
do
wait,
have
wait, wait, whoa, 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 whoa.
oh,
Didn't Candy say that she could buy every motherfucker up in here?
But she said
Didn't
that in
Candy say that?
regards to another situation of somebody trying to say that she was broke. That was a total different situation.
But at the end of the day, she still said it.
Oh my lord.
She still said it. She still said it.
I can't with
Like
you. I can't.
everybody on the show flaunts their wealth. Like I don't.
Well,
now I
She
will say
she
Sheree
this.
couldn't because she ain't have nothing. But let me be quiet.
and I think
I
when she
will
said
say
Trump
this.
check, I think she was working. Like she was actually like working because get it this way, season four, Nene was not working. You have to put your mind into where she came from. And like you have
Well,
to
here's the
put
deal. She
you
got
have
all that
to
stuff, and then the new normal got canceled, and everything just went downhill. And then the same people that you stepped on that ladder, now you coming on that ladder, and now you want their support. It's just all about how you treat people.
my
Humble
You
own
know,
yourself a little bit.
I will say this because we have a bad habit, and we talked about this yesterday. I feel like when the black community, especially when we see somebody get money and like being very confident or boisterous about their wealth and about the material things that they've been able to acquire as a result of the new money we're getting, we feel like we have to humble them. Oh, you don't forget where you came from. Let me humble you. That one is a problem that we do have in the community and that we do have to get away from because we have seen it time and time again. Now, is it a difference between y'all? I promise you, I'm not digging in my nose. It's right here where it itches.
Girl.
We do have. It is a difference between being cocky, arrogant, and confident, And Nene does blur those lines really, really good. She blurs
Yes.
them, stirs them on up. But we do. I feel like in the black community, we do have this thing where we feel like we have to humble people and bring them down to earth. Now, I don't know why that is the way that it is, but I think that is a problem that we have in the community.
Yeah, well, let me also elaborate on that. Y'all have to understand, and I think because we're like, it's a debate. The people who don't like Nene or want to hold her accountable, but I'm also the person like, you have, is going to come from this standpoint. Nene was a stay-at-home mom for years. She would go out for poly season. She would probably get some extra roles or something like that, right? But she wasn't working until, and she wasn't working when she met Greg. She wasn't working. She was a housewife.
Mm-mm.
So
What happened?
Oh, so when she met Greg, she was a housewife. She did have her older son, and they did get together. They got together. They fell in love. They had the other one, and Greg was the money. And then sometime somewhere down the line, Nene got hooked up with Bravo,
mhm.
and then go ahead, Aaron. I just finished your statement.
And you gotta think about it. Once she got the show and the fame and the popularity, and she started to go to these different shows and different networks and work with the new normal. That was her dream. So yes, she's gonna
Mm-hmm.
feel herself. That's what she's gonna feel herself because she worked so hard for that. She worked hard for that. That didn't just come in her lap. That ain't
Okay.
come, like, you know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is y'all have to understand the fact that she worked hard for what she has thus far. If she wants to flaunt it and say that, listen, I got the Trump check, I got this, I don't think it's like throwing it in the people's face. But she's like, listen, I worked hard for this and I'm not gonna let it go. And I'm not going to be the same Nene that y'all think y'all know. I'm going to have a different attitude because of the fact of the space that I'm in.
So can I ask you a
Didn't
question, Ann?
yes.
So then I guess what it is then why does everybody have this disdain for her? People don't have a disdain for her for no reason. You gotta be doing something.
Wait. I gotta stop there because when I first got introduced to TTB, and on the platform, it was 7 against 1. What made it look like everybody had a problem with me, and I was just this problematic bitch. And now that we have stepped back and seen, we have realized that I wasn't the problem all along. So it can be a situation of one person not liking you, and then they linking up with other bitches who don't like you for
Everybody ain't
whatever
lying.
reason.
Everybody ain't lying. That's all I can say.
But
Everybody.
but but you, it's the same people that don't like her. Candy don't like her. Like think about it. Why why Candy do not like me? And stop saying this is because of jealousy. I don't feel like neither one is jealous of
Oh no,
neither one. I don't like the narrative that's being spun that Nene is jealous of Candy or Candy is jealous of Nene. I don't feel like neither one is jealous of each other.
I
But
just
what I
don't think
will,
they personalities clash. They just
but
well,
what's
Nene.
they don't
so
mix.
If we go back to the first, what was it, the second season with Candy when she started, and when we
hmm
go back to that, Nene pretty. The reason why Candy didn't like her approach was because Nene had kind of like this aura about her, like I'm Nene. You should want to know me, and Candy was just like, okay, bitch, okay, like it's nice that you're Nene. You know what I mean? Like everybody not gonna be impressed by you.
but she wasn't even a star back then. Like I think she just has this personality where you have to actually like peel
She was
down
the
the
star.
layers. She was a star, like she was the star. But
She
what
was
I'm
the
saying
star of the
is,
show, and she
Mhm.
did act like
yeah,
she was the gatekeeper. You had to go through
Yeah,
her
they all do
in
that
order.
platonic. They all
but
take them through a hazing process. You know
and
what I
if
mean?
you yeah, and if you think about it, the Nene was the one person that actually told Candy to not work with Kim because she's going to do you wrong. Nene was right in that because look what
Yep,
happened. Kim fucked over Candy, and I think still
bad.
to this day, like I think Candy subconsciously. like literally think about that time and say that, well, Nene was right. I should have never trust Kim because of what she did. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, at the end of the time, no matter if you like Nene or you don't, Nene has a way that whatever situation you have with her, she will always end up being right. She was right about the whole situation with Kenya. She was right about the whole Phaedra situation. She peeped Phaedra from the door of how fake she is and all that. So people have to understand. I feel like people have to look back at that season and watch it closely as an adult. That's my whole thing.
I'm not gonna lie, Aaron. I'm a little disappointed in you, but I still love you. Um,
I like you know, well, I will say this. I just feel like Nene is misunderstood because I feel like her tone and delivery is fucked up.
You
I
know what
think
I
she don't mean
realized?
no harm. I think she really don't mean no harm. And
I
this is
think you
and this is
see.
and this is coming from a person that got a fucked up tone. Like my tone
That's
is
what
oh,
I
not
was gonna
always
say.
good.
That's what
well,
I was gonna
that's
say.
why
Do
you
you see
agree with her,
yourself?
you know, kind of.
That's what I was gonna
Mhm.
say. Do you see yourself a lot in Nene? Because I just see
Yes,
similarities.
Yes.
yes,
Because
yes.
I was one of those people who like misjudged you. Like, oh my
Mhm,
god, here he go, he loud, he all extra ghetto.
He is.
Oh,
mhm,
this Aaron Wiles out character. And now that I'm meeting you, it's like, oh, this is the complete opposite of what the hell I thought I was meeting. Like the loud, the ghetto. I'm like, okay, that's like we could all be loud and ghetto. And
mhm,
oh, he don't give a damn about nobody. He don't care who feelings he hurts. But it's actually the opposite. Aaron is a sweetheart. And I would when I first met him, I did not see sweetheart. I just like ugh.
Mm.
And now that I know him, it's like, oh, he is the complete opposite of what I thought. And I
I
think
don't think
with
that Nene
Nene,
is
you see
not a likable
yourself.
person. I think that Nene is probably a very personable person, but there's something that happens in that personable part. You know what I mean? Like something goes off awry, and then something happens with her rubbing people the wrong way. And I don't know exactly what that is, but
Do you think that she just said it on ways like she's a grandmother? Like you know how
Grandma,
adults,
right?
yeah,
Grandma.
grandma. But you see how like older folks are very set in their ways. That could be the same for Nene.
I
Like
mean,
she,
Yeah.
you know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
let's
She
just be
don't mean no
honest.
harm.
Let's just be
I
honest.
think the abrasiveness is I think the abrasiveness is like a shield that she puts up. But she's also too damn old to be acting the way that she does sometimes. It'd be like, girl, I'm trying to save you and you keep just slapping me in the face. Nene is very complex. Now keep in mind, yes, I am holding her accountable, but I like Nene.
Mhm.
But she's like a Monique to me. Like, girl, go sit down, please. Go sit down, get yourself together, go away from us with this, and try again. Like
Hmm.
that's literally how and Aaron, this is not what I said. I said this is like a Monique all over again when we first started
Mhm.
talking about it. So this is, I think
I
it's
don't. I'm like, I don't have no way I feel about her. You know what I mean? Like, she was not. She wasn't my
oh,
favorite, but she wasn't somebody I hated either. She had her moments, but I think her attitude overall just kind of it. It kind of just steered me in a different direction of like, whatever.
okay.
And and we also have to
So,
keep in mind too, as
Do
mhm.
Black
you want?
people, people zero in on us. They waiting for us to fuck up. They waiting for something to be able to talk about. And I feel like
Hmm.
that's exactly
Hmm.
what she gave them.
Well, let me ask
Okay,
you a question. Can
Rocky
I wait?
said,
Yeah, wait. Let me.
go ahead, Aaron.
Oh wait. Wait. No, you go. But we're gonna speak on production relationship with Nene, and we're gonna point
Okay,
out what production issues with Nene and the yeah. We're gonna speak on that. Go ahead, D. Do your thing.
okay, so I'm gonna read this. Rocky says, I don't think anyone has a problem with Nene being a big personality. Again, Nene went wrong when she was rude to production. The producers did not like her after a while. Aaron, take it away because this is gonna go into what you were saying.
How was Nene rude to production? And give me like I need bullet points. so we go. So I need to know bullet points. So anybody have some ideas how she was rude to production?
Bullet
What are we
points.
talking about? Like in reference to what? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
We
Rocky's
doing
statement was she was being rude to production.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
right there.
Was that when they was in her closet or something,
That could be
or just in general? Well, the fact that the fact that you can pick is a problem. Okay.
okay. We know the closet is one, but we also talked about that they production. She did spaz out once they went in her closet. However, we broke down yesterday in our video yesterday. Y'all go take a look at it. That yes, what actually occurred was Nene had flew in because Greg had to be rushed to the emergency room because of his cancer had came
hey
back. She
Johnny.
was not going to film because of that. He told her to go ahead, go. It will be okay, go film. So when she got there, she said to the camera crew, I do not want to film upstairs in my bedroom or in my closet because it is a mess. I want to stay down here. And they convinced her to let Marlo and Cynthia, I believe, go upstairs to her bedroom and talk. The other girls were not supposed to come upstairs. What did end up happening is they came upstairs, they went to go in her closet. She asked them not to several times. They proceeded, and then your history is met. And I think that was the start of her breakdown. So that is what they're talking about when they're talking about the
Roki
closet. Aaron,
Roki even said, I think Roki said even before the closet. So Roki's gonna come up here and explain what
Is it Roki
situation
or
was
Rocky?
Roki.
is Roki? Oh, I'm so sorry, Rocky.
No, I was just wondering because I always see it. I'm like, I think it's pronounced Rocky, but we're gonna find out.
So Yanni said leaving scenes was really unprofessional. Well, did Teresa get reprimanded for leaving scenes on Jersey?
Who?
Did Teresa get because somebody I think somebody made a point to say, well, Teresa was rude to production. Teresa Judice was rude to production and she left a scene.
And Kim, y'all know she showed up to scenes at will and she was rude to everybody.
Hmm.
That
So
Greece trip. What happened on the Greece trip? I am not a real housewife
she went to go
Hello.
pee. I think she went to go pee, but
connoisseur.
she left the scene. She didn't want to deal with
Uh,
what was going on.
Hello, can y'all hear
now
me?
is it Rocky or Roki? I mean not Roki. Jesus. What okay, pronounce your name.
Roki.
It's Rocky.
Damn it!
Oh,
Damn it!
I
Why
am
you just gonna
so
lie for me?
sorry.
It's like
Right. I've been look here. Oh, why you ain't tell me I was pronouncing the name? Wow.
it's
Take it
fine. A
away,
lot of
Roki.
yeah. Okay, but I'm talking about this is like pre-closet. I'm talking about like Nene has been having issues with production. Like, if you guys notice, around season 5 and season 6, that's when Nene's personality started to shift. Because now she's getting into Hollywood, she's doing all of these things, and like I said before, she started smelling herself. So then now, if you look at season 6 and then you look at season 7, which was the last season she was on before she took her break,
Hmm.
she started having really, really big like blow ups and issues with not only the cast but with production. Look at the way she was edited season
But
seven.
but
She
wait,
wasn't
but wait,
showing
but
up.
whoa. But you're not giving us specifics. What was
I
just
don't.
because of edit? Everybody can edit you any type of way. It doesn't
Yeah, I
matter.
know, but
It's what flows.
I
It
was.
what flows in the story. Yeah, we need to know the bullet points. What did she do?
She started showing up to set late. She like the scenes she was starting to be in. Now it's becoming these scenes that are meant to be like 30 or something minutes. Now they're 2 hours long because she has an attitude. She doesn't want to cooperate. She's sitting there trying to argue with everybody. She doesn't want to talk to production. They're trying to calm her down. She doesn't want to calm down. She's talking to them rude. So now it's okay. You can do all of that with the cast, but don't bring that to us. We are here to get the show rolling. We are here to move the show along so we can so we can film this and get it out to the public to create a show. We're trying to do a show. Now
Wait, so
you're
do you have proof? Do you have proof of that? Because this is the first time
I
I'm hearing that.
I don't have I don't have like specific proof, but
So
I
it's
look at
alleged. It's
yeah,
alleged.
I'll say alleged. Okay, alleged. But
Okay.
then it comes back for season 10. Mind you, she's still friends with Andy. She's still friends with Kim Zolciak. So just, I'm going off topic a little bit, but just back to that lawsuit, you're saying that you've been complaining to been complaining all of these years about certain things, yet the people that you're complaining about, you're friends with. Now, back to what I was talking about. Then season 10 comes. Season 10, she was fine. Nothing was wrong. Season 11, season 11, that's when she started having issues again with the cast and all of that stuff. And then again, she's coming to set allegedly. She's coming to set late. She's arguing with producers, and then the thing happens with the closet. So now you have a really bad taste in your mouth. So now you're trying to apologize, and on top of that, like I said, nobody's asking Nene to not be a big personality. We know from what we saw that she was really struggling a lot with Greg's, situation and everything. But again, you can have all of that heat for the cast, but when you start bringing it to production and to the network, that's where the issue starts. I know everybody was saying that she was like being too big for her britches and talking to the cast in any type of way. Her treating the cast a certain way
You breaking up, Roki.
ma'am. Okay. Hold on, let me. Okay. Hopefully
Or it's just me, D.
I'm here. No,
Oh,
it's him.
because I thought
I
you was
stopped.
stuck. I thought you was
Oh
stuck. I thought
no.
you was frozen.
I was listening because it's certain things like I
okay.
really
Hold on.
do. It is some things that I feel with the whole closet thing. Honestly, I agree with Nene on that one. That's her personal space. She has a right to set boundaries, and she tried to set boundaries with them, and they would not let her. Like when you talk, if I come into your space, right? And this is for Peaches, Roki, and Aaron, and you say, "Hey, D, you can go to any part of my house but my bedroom, that is the only place that's off limits." And I'd be like, okay, that's you setting a boundary, right? And I walk my happy ass in your bedroom, jump in your bed, kick my little feet up, watching TV. You gonna look at me like, bitch, didn't I just tell you you can go to any other room but my bedroom? Like, why are you in my bedroom? So at that point, I feel like she was just like, okay, you won't get out, so I'm gonna put your ass out. But she did set a boundary, and then they blatantly ignored it. Whether they felt like it was petty or validity to it anyway. If I ask you not to do something and then I ask you to leave and you don't do it, and I react, don't look at me crazy because I'm reacting to something you did.
Hmm.
All right. And can you guys hear me again? Is it better?
Yeah.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, so with the closet situation, again, do I feel like Annie was in the wrong for reacting the way she did? Absolutely not. She told them not to go in her closet, and they went in the closet. And if you notice, Nene didn't get mad until she saw the cameraman go into the closet.
Yeah.
Like, so, again, like I said, back to NBC Universal, NBC doesn't give a flying fuck if the cameraman went into your closet. You assaulted our cameraman.
So okay, so they don't care. So okay, so why should she care? Because you invaded her space. She
Mm,
told you not to go in a specific area of her house. That was her house, her
Because
domain, where she lay her head at. Where
yeah.
that's her safe sanctuary. So how can you, as a company, say you don't give a fuck about a cameraman going in your invading your personal space, but you how you don't give a fuck if this is, see I always get stuck up on this, but how you don't give a fuck if a cameraman goes into the thing, but you care about this woman who told you not to go in, but then proceeds to put her hands on somebody that she told them verbatim, do not go in here. So now you're trespassing. So I'm liable to do anything.
But I like
So,
this is the sad truth. They're NBC Universal, and this is Nene Leaks. That's the sad truth. They don't care. Like you assaulted our employees, so now we have to fill out paperwork. We have to do lawsuits. The cameraman might try to sue us, and like now that's a whole big thing. Versus this is NBC Universal the corporation versus Nene Leaks the person. That's just the sad truth about it.
but
Well,
Nene could
and
have,
now
but
well
honestly,
that goes.
but Nene could have sued them for trespassing on her shit.
But was she
She,
really got anywhere because she physically assaulted somebody?
but she told them not to do something and they did. So that gives them free reign to do whatever they want in her house.
Like I said, it doesn't. But I'm talking like in the court of
But,
public
oh,
opinion, it's that way. But in the court of like just cold hard, you physically assaulted someone, like scratched their back allegedly, punched out their teeth allegedly. Like
well, I'm gonna say this. Bravo, you have a fight on your hands because I feel like Nene does have a case. You don't have to put your hands, but somebody told you repeatedly no, and you still go into it, and you knew about that she didn't want you in it. So you don't respect her. You don't respect her, so I'm not gonna respect you.
But
Because you
I think okay. So this is my
she's not
thought.
gonna wait, hold on, D. Let me respond to Trap. She is contracted to film in her house, but you have a say on where to film and what not to film. They have that right. They have said that multiple times. But go ahead, D. I'm sorry.
Um, I was finna I was that was my response to try what I was gonna say is I agree. Like and this is what I said yesterday. She had the right to refuse to, film in that part of her bedroom. But when you start getting physical with the cameraman, it does take it to another lane. That's why I kept saying right message, wrong messenger,
mhm.
because they're going to always look at her as being aggressive, as being problematic, as being a liability. Because instead of, saying, hey, cut the cameras, or I'm calling my lawyer or whatever she could have said. She got physical, and they're going to look at that while they are hearing her case. And as much as we want to say separate Nene from Real Housewives of Atlanta to Lanithia, it's not going to work because I'm looking at this woman, and we've been watching her behavior for 13 seasons, and
Mhm.
we're like, okay, mama, you crossing the line, okay, you
On top
know.
of already having problems with production.
Mhm.
But as far as retaliation goes, I feel like she does have a case. That's
I
just
don't.
my
She
personal opinion.
right message, wrong messenger. They're always going everybody nobody is going to be able to separate um Nene from Lanithia, and nobody's going to be able to look at this case because it's the same thing. If I'm telling you, if okay, this is like let's say an abusive boyfriend, no, a cheating boyfriend. Oh my God, Aaron, like he keeps cheating on me. I don't know what to do. Like he done cheated on me with the girl next door. Okay, things get good again. Oh my God, Aaron, I just found out he cheated on with me with 4 more girls. You're gonna be like, girl, either shit or get off the pot. You're I don't feel for you after you keep going back over and over and over. And that's the situation with Kim. You said Kim is racist, but you keep defending her time after time and time and time again. So
Exactly.
is she racist, or is it we're on the outs right now and she's collateral damage.
Right.
I just think people are too focused on the whole Kim situation. It's so much more than that.
Fair.
I think that's what really has me like perplexed a little bit. That people are focusing on Kim too
But
much. They
but
are
Aaron,
focused.
because
Speak.
of him.
Oh,
Kim is just a small integral part of the lawsuit. That's what y'all not understand. I feel like people are like really mixing up the two. They saying, "Oh, you were friends with her after the fact," but it doesn't negate the fact that she has complained to the production about this woman's behavior and how they keep rewarding her and I think punishing Nene. Is that right? And
But
then
I,
also to Trap's thing, they said a month ago. First of all, she said she wanted to have a conversation with Nene. Nene never said that she wanted to go back.
she
Let's
did.
also keep that. No, she didn't. You have to
Well,
read that. You
she
get the.
said
she,
a conversation had to be had first.
she didn't. She didn't technically say it. She said
She did technically,
to
yeah.
have a conversation
Mhm.
with Andy, and then we'd be off to the races.
Yeah,
Now,
because probably she wanted change before she go back. She wanted change. She wanted some type of change, and I think that she's well into her rights. There
I
needs to be a change because if you think about the shit leading up to this, get the fact that the Housewives of Atlanta season 14 girls had to band together and pay for a outside photographer for their promo shoot, which it supposed to be for Bravo because Bravo was too cheap with their stuff and gave them two chairs and a bland background.
But technically, I'm speaking objectively here. Technically, Bravo gave them a promo photo shoot. They did not have to do that second photo shoot. They chose to.
So, so the Beverly Housewives get to be grand and all this red carpet, and the Housewives that was your number one highest franchise gets to get the scraps.
And that again, that's court of public opinion. Was the photo shoot good that they did? Absolutely not. It was trash. It was horrible. The photo shoot that they did this time, it was absolutely 1000% better. But again, that's court of public opinion. Bravo
mm,
contractually, they filled out, they completed their contractual obligation. They did a photo shoot for them. I'm talking strictly based on like legal like terms. Was the Beverly
Anybody
Hills
can have a oh sorry
great?
Roki. Anybody can have a conversation with a racist. No shit. Oprah did it.
Crap, exactly. You want this man that you've been calling a racist has been saying that he's been doing drugs, all of this stuff, and you want to sit and have a conversation with him?
So you can't have a conversation with a racist or a cokehead?
Nobody's saying that you can't, but all of the things like we're like all of the things that Nene has said about this man, because in the when they were negotiating season 13, they did not offer her the amount of money that she wanted. And then she went on this whole big tour about how everybody there is racist, Andy is racist, he does drugs, he has unprotected, all of these things that she said about him because she did not get her way. And now, after all of this, after all of these things you've done, now you want to sit and have a conversation with him. You're on the real talking about you. He was your best friend, and you paid for his baby shower, and you loved his son, and all of this stuff. And now you want to have a conversation with him.
uh, uh, the message left. Yeah, I think it was Yanni said Nene only seems to take a stance on something when she's directly affected. Otherwise, she doesn't seem to give a f. Now, this is my question: do you guys feel as if Nene would have bring the lawsuit forth if she would have got the right, if she would have got everything that she wanted to proceed with the show with
I,
season 13? Do
I
you think she would have filed this lawsuit?
absolutely not.
Chat.
I
Trap
feel
says Go ahead. Go ahead.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Go ahead.
No,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead,
No, no,
D.
no,
No,
no.
go ahead, D.
I was gonna read a comment, but no, go ahead.
Oh,
It's on
no,
you.
go ahead. Yeah, no, go ahead. Read it.
Okay, why would you want to have a conversation with your racist employer to get your job back? Make it make sense.
Exactly.
But
Read it.
I think people are missing the point. There was a conversation. I feel like there's a conversation that was had years ago, and I feel like to prevent to prevent everything from this lawsuit, she wanted to have one last conversation with Andy. And I feel like the conversation would have been like, this is what it is. And I feel like Nene has been for years wanting to get health care, wanting to get everything for the housewives. She wanted some type of change for all of, and I feel like it's getting it's getting lost in that because people have such hatred for her or her
But
personality or
I don't
whatever. And
think
I feel
it's.
like it's I just feel like that.
I, I
I
don't think.
don't think it's. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Rocky.
No, you can go ahead, D.
I don't think. Well, I would say, in everybody's case, I don't think it's hatred for her. I think it's holding her accountable. Like, look, Mama, let's be honest on some things.
And this is her baby,
Me,
dude. Like she would want to come back because this is her baby. She built that.
I get.
Like
I get it's being her
why,
baby.
yeah, that's her baby.
But she
That's
was
her.
being a bad mama to the caregivers and to his other siblings. This could be your baby. I get it. But Nene, you had a stank attitude. And I love me some Nene. Nene can read with the best of them. But y'all know Nene had that my shit don't stink attitude. I'm the head bitch in charge. Bow down to me. Whatever I want, whatever I say,
Mm-hmm.
it goes because I'm Nene. And that is what put people off from her. Now, I love I love people with strong personalities. I love women with strong personalities because oftentimes our voices go unheard. But it's a difference between speaking up for yourself and settling a problem than starting the problem and stirring that problem up
Mm-hmm.
and keeping it going. And I feel like Nene does a healthy mix of all three of them. She gonna get that motherfucker started. She gonna keep it going, and she gonna carry it. Oh,
Yeah. And
go ahead,
that's
Rocky.
and just to add on to what D was saying, Nene wants to just drop everything and act like it never happened. You cannot do that. All of the things that you have done, you cannot drop them and say, oh, like we can have a conversation and then I'll just be back on next season. You cannot do that. And back to like the things like that she was being like wanting stuff to happen and stuff. When Kenya was going through her stuff with the network, Nene didn't say nothing about no protect black women. Oh, like that, it's not fair. Y'all won't have her on because she won't show her. Nene wasn't saying none of that.
Because you, first of all, if you're gonna be a housewife, you have to show your relationship. Kenya did not want to show her relationship, so that's on Nene because she didn't fight for Kenya. When we
But
all know that's how you're supposed to be on here, you have to show your life. You have to show
I
your
agree.
husband,
I
the
agree with
baby.
you,
Like,
Aaron.
let's be real. Let's be real. Don't blame. Don't try to make it seem like Nene didn't fight for Kenya. No, Kenya didn't fight for herself because she wanted to not show her man on camera. She knew that marriage was a farce.
but
She knew all along
No,
that marriage was a farce from the beginning. That's why
but
Peaches,
she
you got
didn't
any
want to show
comments?
it.
allegedly,
No, go
Kenya
ahead.
was also having issues with like that were similar to Nene with the network. And like that's like one of the reasons why Kenya wasn't on that season, along with her not wanting to show her marriage. And like I said, Nene wasn't saying anything when Kenya was having her issues. Like I said, allegedly she was having similar issues. And Nene wasn't sticking up then.
Wait, can we go to the chat real quick? Because they're saying a lot of good things that
Oh
go
yeah,
to this.
let me. Okay,
Go
this
go
one.
to go no go to start with Yanni. So
Okay,
Yanni says, "Close y'all. Keep in mind, I wear glasses and I don't know what it is, so forgive me. I really can't see. Closing that laptop at the last reunion is like walking out in the middle of your shift.
Exactly.
Most places that means you're fired. And then Spicy Original, y'all with these names, okay? Okay, Spicy.
But
She
wait,
said,
can I also speak to Yanni? So
yeah.
did they fire Kim when she walked out of the Housewives into her own show? They didn't fire her. So
That,
we also have to put that on that fact. Okay, go ahead, D.
Okay, Spicy Original said, thank you, Aaron. She was given bare minimum at reunions, even just closed the laptop at the virtual reunions when she was getting ate up. Now, that virtual reunion, the way they went at her, I have an issue with because a lot of the things that they were talking about
mhm.
was happen it didn't go
It
it
didn't happen.
didn't happen during the season. So I
Yeah.
didn't
Thank
understand
you, D.
why we were talking about it. I felt like that at that moment it was a gang up on Nene moment because we wanted her off. And
I
y'all know what we do that gang up shit though. They all of the reality shows do it. They do the gang up stuff when they ready to get somebody off of there.
mhm.
The only person that Nene had in her corner was Portia. There was
Yep.
Eva was coming at her, Candy was coming at her, Eve, Kenya was coming at her. Cynthia just fucking statue didn't say shit or do shit. Didn't even like come on. Didn't have no freaking opinion. Let's
I
be
ag-
real.
I
And then
but
also,
I agree
okay,
to a
so
certain
that
extent because before the reunion, Nene literally said, "Oh, I'm coming for all of you, so everybody's getting read. Nobody is safe." So now they're all reading you at the reunion, and you run off. I thought you was gonna read them. I thought you was gonna read them.
she did, did she read Eva, she read Kenya read her. It was a
But
good back and forth. But the reason why she left that third reunion is because of the fact that she said that they told her, production told her that Yavana was not going to be invited.
yeah,
And
no,
then they just popped up with Yavana on the thing. They said that she wasn't invited.
that
So
Mm.
you
mm,
surprise you surprise your talent with somebody that you told Nene Yvonne was not going to be there.
But
That's what
Yvonne should
Nene
have been the
said.
last of her worries though, because
yeah.
she should have been used to this one. She used to be given that.
But at the end of the day, if somebody say that he's not going to be, because honestly, think about it. The whole thing was a lie at the beginning. Was the Let's be real. The whole snake thing was bullshit. We're not going to talk about that season, but I'm just saying from her standpoint, looking at where she is, she said, you know what? I bet Demi was like, and I think she
It's
said
a
this.
setup.
She was like, oh, it's a setup. I'm not even going to
Okay.
give her I'm not even going to pay attention to her because we know that's just lies. But in turn, it's going to make Nene look bad because she's running away from something. But
Again.
she wasn't even going to give that any attention because that's
But
what Yavana wanted was attention.
I
Okay.
like I said, I can give the season 12 reunion a pass to a certain extent. But like, cause at the end of like, we all saw like when that first picture, I think a picture of the reunion had leaked of them getting ready, and they were all in white. And they, from what Nene said the production told her to wear that black dress, and she came on, and everybody was wearing white. Like so, like I said, I can and like it did feel like everybody was ganging up on her at the
Mhm.
They set her up, Roki. Like, let's be
like, and
honest. Like
like
the
I said,
producers set her up. They've been setting her up this whole entire time.
and
Is
that's
that
why I said,
right? Like that's retaliation. You're retaliating on your freaking talent.
and
Like,
that's
is
why
that?
I
Oh, go
agree
ahead.
to a certain
Mhm.
extent.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me go back.
Okay. Give me one
Powerful
second.
said we're gonna go to
Hold on.
Powerful.
Let me. Oop, oop. My bad. My bad. This one.
Yep. Powerful says, well, all of what she said about Andy, I believe is racist. Um, I how do I want to say this? Um, if y'all have not watched our video about this yesterday, the part one, you definitely need to go. Now, what I will say, I do believe I don't know if he's racist. I do believe he's colorist. I will
Mhm.
say this because we have had multiple instances where the fairer pass the passable, I'll just say that passable blacks have been treated extremely different from the darker colored black women on the show. We've
Mhm.
seen that time and time again. I do see that. When you look back, look at Michael and Ashley. I have no idea why Michael was still allowed to be on the show
Mhm.
after he had papers against him for sexual harassment on the cameraman. I don't know why he was still allowed to film. I don't know why it was almost like it was like a big cover up. So I do feel like there was another instance where it was like, yo, oh, I'm sorry. It was another instance like we're looking at this. Why is it okay for him to do these things and nothing is being done? Versus they also allowed what's her name, Giselle, to have a bodyguard there saying that she was afraid of Monique's husband, Chris.
Mhm.
And she went on to make allegations that he had what's that, CT closed head
Yeah.
closed head injury and that he was abusive. So we do have instances where I'm looking at them like, what do you guys think?
I absolutely agree. Like and like
Bitch.
and like Johnny is saying, nobody is saying that nothing bad has been done wrong to Nene. It's just like Dee said, it's the right message, wrong messenger. So, because I absolutely, although I don't necessarily, I'm not sure if Andy is full out racist. I definitely believe he has certain prejudices because look at the way he hosts the Atlanta and Potomac reunions versus the way he hosts the other reunions. Andy doesn't
Mm-hmm.
give that fire to the White Housewives, and
Yeah,
even
he do. You right. He does not give that same fever.
yeah, and even like you said with the Ashley and Michael situation, there is absolutely zero possibility that had it been Monique's husband or any of the black husbands on that show that has been pulling the shenanigans that Michael Darby has been pulling, that they would still be on the show season after season. Like it doesn't make sense. And fans have also called Andy out for that. But Nene, if you were not treating people the way you've been treating them, saying all of these things about not only Andy but Bravo as well as NBC Universal, you're not gonna get anywhere.
Yanni said, I think the heart of it is Nene's emotional immaturity creates a lot of roadblocks for her based off of the show. That is right. It goes to what we were saying last night as it relates to chasing. People only can judge you by what is shown. If I constantly show you that I am I don't want to say aggressive. I don't want to say a bitch. If I'm problematic and I'm liability, why would I take a chance on you? Because if you're doing it to them and you're getting paid, somebody said in the chat she was getting paid almost $2 million a check, an episode. If you get dropped $2 million and you still being problematic, showing up late to set, causing a big stir when you're there, being extremely rude and disrespectful to the cast in production, why you coming up over here? And I ain't even finna pay you 100,000. So we do have to be mindful of how we present ourselves to the world because the only thing the production can do is go off of what you give them. Yeah, they gonna make it spicy for TV, but if you only see me, oh bitch, you better come here, give me my motherfucking slippers. Oh, bitch, go give me a coffee. If that's all that I'm showing you, that's all that you can show.
And I totally understand what y'all saying. Y'all also have to take in the fact that these people were setting her up,
And
setting her
I
up.
agree.
But that's the thing. Nobody's saying that they weren't.
Yeah, but we're
But that's
saying
but that's what I'm saying. I feel like y'all going the behavior, but that was the direct correlation why that was her behavior because people were shutting her up.
But at the same time, when you're talking about Nene is synonymous with the housewives. When you're talking about a jury of your peers, when you're talking about who's going to be in these courtrooms, who's going to be deciding on this case, it's going to be us. It's going to be us black women, us gay men when it comes to Real Housewives of Atlanta. And what we know of Nene is her problematic behavior. That's what we know. That's what she's going to be judged based off of. And unfortunately, we don't know her personally, you know?
Mhm.
And she could come in the courtroom and be Mother Teresa for the next 6 weeks. Perfect, not a hair in place. How you doing, ma'am? How you doing, sir? We're gonna look at her and say, you putting on right now, because what we have seen for the past 13, 14 seasons is turned up. Nene, I'm the HBIC, and you got to come in here and bow down to me. They're not going to be looking at her. They're not going to look at Lanithia. They're going to look at Nene, and
Mm-hmm.
Nene has put a bad taste in everybody's mouth when it comes to her. And I'm sorry, that's just how it's going to go. Right message, wrong messenger. That's
I, t-
all
I,
day long.
I totally understand. And yes, it definitely is the wrong message because a lot of people have been in the comments basically is like, I feel like in the beginning they was like, ugh, Nene, you're done, you're done, you're done, you're done. They probably didn't want to hear it, but as stuff has been um, raveling, has been unraveling, I feel like more people are like, oh wow, they are. It's
And I
fucked
agree
up.
with you, because
Mhm.
I had that same revelation, Aaron. Remember yesterday when I was
Mhm.
just like, right message, wrong messenger. But I clearly see what she's talking about. But unfortunately, when she walks into that courtroom and she go in there with her blonde hair and she sits down very rich bitch like, they're not going to see the person that she's going to put on. They're going to see Nene. I don't care how well she presents herself. She is going to be Nene from the Real Housewives of Atlanta, who ain't scared to cuss a bitch out, who ain't scared to read a bitch down and slap you up if I have to. And that is why I don't believe she can win this case. Now, is Andy effed up for blocking her radio deal? Hell yeah, because you taking money out of her pocket. She's no longer on your platform. But y'all know that's how this shit goes.
So
Word
y'all,
of
so,
mouth travels fast.
so y'all think because of her behavior on Real Housewives of Atlanta, y'all really believe she's not going to win this case based on her behavior
And
on the show?
and
Mm-hmm.
this is my and
Mm-hmm.
I go back
Y'all,
Yeah.
to
What'd you
y'all
the
say,
believe that?
Peaches?
oh,
I absolutely believe that. I mean, especially if let's just be honest, it's a court system. It's
mhm.
gonna be hella white motherfuckers in there. And she just basically acted a donkey on that show. That's what they looking for.
Yeah. And again, like I said, it goes back to the way you've treated production, and you cannot tell me that Bravo is not preparing all of their unseen footage that they did not air to bring to that courtroom.
Okay, go. If they have the unseen footage, they would have been released it, in my opinion.
But
I
no,
don't.
no, no. Bravo has
Bravo.
powerful lawyers. I'm sorry,
Well,
Rokia. Go
listen,
ahead.
listen. The most powerful lawyers. I mean, well, if they were so powerful, they wouldn't have settled for they wouldn't have been settled with Mariah.
What
Because
I'm
I heard
saying is,
allegedly they settled with Mariah.
what I
Yeah.
was saying is, they're not stupid enough to pull a Megan and go and show everybody their hand. They're not going to be that stupid. They're not going to be like, well, we got this, that, the third. Just like Nene and her lawyers are not going to show their entire hand. They're going to wait until they get into the courtroom,
Right.
and it's going to be evidence for evidence. And
Hmm.
whoever has the most convincing evidence, and hopefully Nene got all her ducks in a row, because we want her to win.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that we
Oh,
don't
do
want
we?
her to win. We
But
want.
base,
You
but
want to know why I want her to win? because I am tired of being treated like a second class citizen. I am tired of us black women. I'm tired of us black men having to work twice as hard for the same, for a less than the same that our white counterparts are getting paid. You know what I'm saying? We deserve to be treated with dignity and respect anytime we walk into any place, especially a place that we work at. So yeah, we want her to win. But Nene, I hope you got all your ducks in a row.
Mhm.
Because again, it's looking like right message, wrong messenger.
I'm just saying because of what she's suing for, it has nothing to do with a behavior. That's what I think. That's what's making me a little bit like, oh, okay, she's gonna. They're gonna show her saying something to production, but if okay, cool. They're gonna probably show her going off on Andy or going off on the cast members. Her behavior. She has a stink She has a stink attitude. She has this. But what she's suing for has nothing to do with behavior. It's all well.
But you know,
Retaliation is a behavior,
but
right?
you know, in the court system, it's like God for Lord Jesus, I hate even reading his name up because I hate it. But Trayvon Martin, they did everything they possibly could to make him look like he was just this thug who didn't have no respect for the system at all. You think they're not gonna do the same thing to her?
Mm-hmm.
They can do that. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying like. I'm just saying what she's suing for.
Okay, so
What
Aaron,
she's suing for, it has nothing to do with her behavior. They can use it, but is it going to be? Do you think it's going to be a huge factor, or is going to be a small factor
The goal
into it?
The goal is to win.
yeah,
I understand, but what I'm saying is, okay, it's the win, but is the behavior a big factor or a small factor in the case of what she's suing for?
Big factor.
I think
Her
it's a big
behavior
factor.
is going to be a big factor.
I think it's a big factor. And also, I'm not even just talking about like the problematic behavior. Like when people start getting up and telling their testimonies, if that part, whenever that comes and people are like, Nene and I we were cool. We did this together. She showed up at this, and la 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 la. Then that kind of defeats the ideology of her, of people being racist, especially if they people that don't look like her.
exactly.
Mm-hmm. Okay, before we, because I want to close this out, but think about it in this way. Um, and I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna bring it back to it. You remember when Evan Lazada and her then husband Chad Ochocinco got into that fight, and he struck her. The reason why she was not viewed as sympathetic and people didn't believe her is because we had watched her for years be the aggressor. We have watched her attack other women. We've watched her throw a full wine bottle, a bottle full of champagne or wine, whatever it was, at a woman's head. We've seen her jump up across the table and try to jump on Jennifer and fight her. We have seen many scenes of this woman being completely out of control and pretty aggressive. And then when something happened to her, we were supposed to believe that she was completely passive and submissive in the situation. And we was like, yeah, no, we don't believe you. It's the same thing with Nene. We're watching your behavior.
Mm-hmm.
And
So,
we're seeing how
I'm
you are. So we don't believe it. But go
so
ahead.
okay. So if Nene comes to the table with proof of emails, text messages, stuff like that of Andy sabotaging her deals, retaliation that the Bravo was retaliating against her and blocked her deals, multiple deals.
Then pay my good stuff.
Everything that has to do with retaliation, hostile work environment, everything that has to do with the network that Nene has stated in that lawsuit, she came to times, okay, that she said that this white woman who was a small integral part of the lawsuit, remember, small integral part, she came to the thing, to the people, to like she's saying this, saying that, saying that. She came to them. They didn't do nothing. She was the one. So
When
what do y'all say
she
then?
showed the same thing. When she shows up to court, if she has her proof is what's going to save her in this. If she has proof to back up everything that she has been saying, bam, I believe she can win this case. But if she shows up without her ducks being in a row, they gonna look at her behavior.
Did she say
and they
she
gonna
has
toss it up.
emails? Or I haven't really followed the story. Did she say
Yeah,
she
they
has
said
that kind of proof?
She
yeah,
has
she said she has
multiple
proof.
emails. Well, guys, we have to take a note. It's 97. 97, right, D? It's 97
Yes,
pages,
97 pages.
yes, of stuff on Bravo. 97 over the course of 14 years she's been on the show.
Let me
Yeah.
ask you, who's backing her up? That's from the show. I mean, that's from the network. Who backing her up?
No one.
She has former castmates who have spoken out and
Oh.
said that their treatment was similar to Nene's.
Oh,
Yeah, there was the favorable none of her cast members because they still working for Bravo, so they're not gonna say nothing. They're not gonna fuck up their check. So I wouldn't want them to say nothing. But
Right.
also, you have Faith, who was
Monique.
discriminated against, Monique, and who else? Ebony K.
Hold on.
Williams.
Yep, I was trying to go look at our notes from yesterday.
I don't watch.
They said the girl from Vanderpump Rules. Is that who you talking about?
Yeah, the one from Vanderpump Rules, the only black girl in the cast.
Well, I want to wrap this up. I think this is going to be interesting. I think we're going to be talking about different facts from this case for many weeks to come. I'm loving the open dialogue. I think everybody has a very valid point. And this is going to be interesting to see. But if we have time, Aaron, can we talk a little bit about the explosive episode yesterday from Chasing?
Oh, I thought I wanted to do another video, D.
Oh, I'm sorry. That
episode put me to sleep.
Okay, so look, don't get me in trouble, y'all. Don't get me in trouble. He did say he wanted to do another video. Aaron, this is your show, so I want you to have the last words. I don't want to feel like I'm taking
well, I wanted to do a review. I wanted us to do a review on it.
Yeah.
Because I just want, I want my views and I want my likes. I gotta separate these videos, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, let me
I ain't mad at you. So what we'll do like we did yesterday when we had our little meeting and we did our bullet points. Y'all, when I say Aaron is the ultra professional, like we do have business meetings before our videos. So I love Aaron for that.
For real? Well, like I'm trying to get my shit together and shit.
I mean,
building my shit out.
Bitch on.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all know y'all always welcome. I will always put if y'all want to come up, if anybody in the chat want to come up and go like you share your opinion, y'all can definitely come up and share your opinion. We're gonna be doing
Aaron,
yes. I'm sorry.
Speaking of, Kate said we should talk about the Meg and Tory situation next episode.
Megan,
girl. I'm not even following that.
Megan,
I gotta watch
when
it.
she asked you, did you sleep with that man? You had a hard time answering that question, girl.
I can't believe
about that dick.
I can't believe that girl said no.
She was like,
the way she said no. Oh, wait. No. We're going to save it for another video. Miss Purple had this song, Put Some Respect on It, in my head. But I'm loving this with Aaron. Like, Aaron, I am so glad that you have allowed me to come up and do this with you. This is so fun.
I think, you want to
announce these new situation with Trap? Did y'all want to? I just want to give a congratulations. That's all.
Oh yeah. Like D Rashawn is the new co-host on the panel. Like, well, she's been, but now she has officially been been casted as, the guest co-host, or no, the co-host, a co-host
Co-host.
on the panel. She's not a guest.
Thank you.
She is a co-host on the panel. And I'm so happy about that because I told Dee that she's the only person on that show that didn't annoy me, that I was not gonna be like pink slip, get her off my screen, because that's what I did that with a couple of girls. I was like, I'm not living for y'all. Like, no shade.
Oh, thank you. You know what? I thank y'all to the cousins. Like literally, hold on, y'all know I drink my water.
Ooh,
I drink way too much water. Huh?
He got that throat.
16 and a half years. But when Trap will tell you, when he first like asked me to do it, like I was like, oh my god, they hate me. Like how they gonna be in the comments with all like tomatoes. I said, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. And when the very first interview, when I was looking at the comments, I'm like, oh my god, this is not what I thought at all. So I like I said, I love y'all. Like I love our family over with TT. It's not even with TTB's audience. Now it's with Aaron and Bubs and Scotty. Like we are truly like a huge family, and the support from y'all means so much. Like I said, y'all have gotten me through this situation. With my uncle, his killer was arraigned today in court.
Okay, good.
So I think that's what was driving my emotions a little bit earlier too. So like y'all have held me down. Like I've loved it. Like even last night, the support in the chat when people were trying to throw shade at me. Before I could time their asses out, y'all cousins was on it, boy.
Yeah, we're not fucking. Listen, we're not fucking with that. Like no shade, because I didn't like. I like him, but I'm like, girl, that's not. It's a time and a place. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's the time and the place.
And I was and my thing was,
D, why is you always in the gays' business?
And everybody keeps saying like she ain't got nothing to do with this. Like, are you listening?
Hey,
we got nothing to do with this. But like I love it. Like I'm so loving it. I'm so glad for Trap and for Bubs and for all of y'all for welcoming me and just really embracing me. So I'm loving it. Like I don't think I realized until you said it, Aaron, that you were originally on the show. So for you to say that means a lot. So I'm really excited, and I'm happy.
Like I didn't want to like look at a stick with a ponytail with a man bun. I didn't want to look at that. I don't want to, no shade. That person was annoying. I didn't want to
put my head down.
I didn't want to look at somebody who was very like just came very like aggressive, and I did live for him. I did live for him in the end a little bit, but then I'm like, ugh. When I found out who he's associated with, I'm like, ugh. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, cool. We see how you are.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I didn't watch the live last night, but I saw like in the comments, like people said something. What happened with Kelly, Auntie Kelly?
I think Brenda says something. Was it the Brenda situation with Kelly?
I don't know if I didn't see her. I didn't see if them said something in the comments. The way she was on the after show, I think that's what it was. That her being on the after show. But I'm telling you, if Trap don't realize his reach, he has single-handedly helped with the views on every show because we be up in that bitch deep.
No
and it's
shade.
all because of him.
No shade.
But when Auntie Kelly got up there, as soon as y'all heard, I said, "Hey, Auntie," and I said, "Auntie, are you drunk?" I think that's probably what
I think everybody was like, "Who is this lady?" We was like, "That's Auntie Kelly." Like, forgive her.
Right.
She's good.
Right. I saw that, and you could tell all the cousins because we was like, "Hey, Auntie Kelly." Everybody else was, "Who is that?" "Oh, that's Auntie." You got, look over Auntie.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we will get back to y'all on the next video when it comes out, when we're gonna do the chasing review, and then I guess Aaron, you want to talk about doing the Meg and Tory Lanez review
Yeah, we're gonna do the Megan shit tomorrow. You know what?
tomorrow.
How about this? We're probably gonna do like a little segment because that's what I'm thinking. Because I want to put all that in one video I'm not. Because I'm
I'm running
thinking
late
what
for
I
dinner.
wanna.
I love
Uh,
y'all. Sorry, Aaron. I'm running late for dinner.
uh,
I love y'all.
no, that's okay.
I'll link back up with y'all later. Congratulations,
Oh,
Annie.
Okay, thank
Bye.
later,
you.
Rakisha.
All right,
Later, Kiki. What we're gonna do is we're going to talk about the Megan Stallion, the Meg the Stallion Tory shit with the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So I'm gonna have to do a whole new um
Thumbnail.
thumbnail for that one. And I already got my little chasing one that I've always done. I just have to put you on it. So yeah.
Okay. All right, so we will get to y'all and let y'all know when we to be expecting that. But this is fun. I
Period.
liked it. I think I liked it. I like live and I like pre-recorded. Like this was fun interacting with all the cousins.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh, and before I go, I'm sorry, Roki. Give me 1 second.
go.
Um, Smash a Pass, part two of Gospel Edition, it's Sunday at 8. I know that it's conflicting with Real Housewives of Atlanta, but we're still going to. That's the same time. We're not changing it. So come with us. I know. Listen, fuck Housewives at this point because they're paying for their own promo. Like, girl, bye.
we
Um,
just
so yeah, no shade.
you ain't gonna get
Smash
no ball for them in this profile.
Smash and Pass will be Sunday, and then also y'all stay tuned for Drew Friday interview. I will be interviewing Drew Friday, and I may want to enlist D on help with that. Cause
Okay.
I was going back in my mind. I was like, cause I normally do it by myself, but since you do such a good job on the panel, I probably would want you to do this with me for Drew Friday.
Oh, okay. Look, y'all gonna
Yeah,
look. Y'all gonna make
yeah.
me cry.
Because I was thinking about it, D. I was thinking, like, oh, I was like, I should tackle this by myself. But then I'm like, well, D's do such a good job on the panel, and I like her, and I like watching her. I'm like, I think this would be a moment with us, and I think I would want for you. And like, I'm just now saying it now to you. So I was like, let me just like fuck it, because I know we're doing all this stuff. Let me just ask her if she would like to do it with me. Because normally I'm like, let me just do it myself. So
TTB is saying no. Oh, what did I do wrong?
what?
Oh, we will be doing Drew with at the panel. Okay, I see.
Girl, that doesn't matter. Girl, she ain't signed no contract, girl. D, you would be assisting
Yep.
me with Drew. So yes. Anyway, the fuck? Like brother, my platform, period. The fuck?
So we need to sit down
Anyway.
tomorrow and go over the bullet points for our next video, and then we will be letting you guys know when to expect that video for what Meg the Stallion and I don't forget already.
She tried it. She just came up here and be like, no. The fuck?
Meg the
Girl, please.
Okay, we're gonna end this so we can talk backstage. Thank y'all
Okay.
so much for
Later.
tuning in.
Wait.
Thank you so
Roki, did you want to
oh
say something? Oh, I'm sorry, D. Did you want to say
go ahead.
something?
No, Rocky.
Yeah, I'll just make it really quick. I just wanted to say first, Aaron, thanks for letting me come up. This is like my first time getting on any of the lives. And thank you. I really enjoyed this conversation. D, I just want to say congratulations on being added to the
Thank
panel.
you.
Really enjoyed you on your interviews. They were really good. And then again, I just want to say bye. I'm just gonna drop down now because it's over. So yeah.
I live for you, Roki. You're always welcome up
Oh
here.
my God,
Anybody in the chat is always welcome up here. Just know that. always
Awesome.
welcome up
Okay.
here. All right. Later.
Give me an
Okay, go
hour
ahead,
and we'll
D.
call you. I'll give it and I'll call you. Bye guys.
Later.